thousands of commercials for video games. Makes sense, they're a product to be sold. But some of those have always stood out in my memory. So now, without further ado, thanks to the magic of YouTube, here are the top 10 memorable commercials from my childhood. Couple pointers before we begin. 1, there's not going to be many foreign commercials. I didn't grow up in Japan, so I didn't see Japanese commercials as a kid. 2, putting a limit on how young they can be, so this list really only goes to the early PS2 era, which is just about the year 2000. And the earliest they can be is about somewhere in the mid-90s, because I don't remember that. I don't remember anything before that. Numbers 10 through 2 are pretty much in any order, but number 1 is a special one. I'll give a little intro or outro spiel on each ad, but for the most part I'll try not to talk over them. First though, we'll start off with an honorable mention. It's too old for me, but too crazy not to include. I might like this more than any other Atari commercial.
Centipede from Atari. It could change your life.
Help! Somebody call an exterminator!
That's completely ridiculous, isn't it? This is crazy. Okay, now we start off our actual top 10 countdown with one of Sega's bizarre American ads for the Saturn. If you've seen the 8 or so minute promo for the system from 1995, which I'm not including here because I don't think it's actually a commercial, but whatever, you'll know what I mean. The mid-90s were a strange time, and these ads were weird even back then. These apparently are about how the Saturn would completely overload your senses. Now take a look at the second one, it's even weirder.
Welcome to the theater of the eye. 500,000 polygons a second.
Me.
16 million colors.
Me.
Wreak some havoc in your head.
Sega. Sir.
Welcome to the theater of the eye. Real sports.
Keep it down a little.
Real fast.
Optic nerve here. I am gonna need some help.
Real painful.
Sega. Saturn.
Yeah, that's right. Apparently adrenaline is like masked wrestler dudes. Weird. Well, moving on to number 9. Number 9's a classic. Legitimately one of the best known commercials from the biggest and best console war ever. Blast processing may have been a fancy buzzword for just having a slightly faster processor, but this commercial here probably moved some units.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do? And what if you don't have blast processing?
Yeah, Sega used to have really good, awesome commercials. Number 8 is also from Sega, and also for the Saturn, surprisingly enough. It's the only Japanese one on the list, which means everyone knows what I'm talking about already. As I said, it's mainly things I remember. But how can you not love Sega Tasan Shiro? Would it have moved units? Maybe, but it's definitely better than the American one that came out at number 10. Let's go on.
遊びの道に魂込めた一人の男が今日も行く真面目に遊ばぬ奴らには体で覚えさせるぞ背がたさんしろ背がたさんしろ背がさんたんしろとや
あとはドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ
瀬形三四郎は君たちの心に真剣遊戯セガサターン
Yeah, Segata Sanshiro was so popular he got a video game made for him. That means a video game was made based off a commercial as opposed to a commercial based off a video game. You don't see that very often. Number 7 is something that nobody seems to mention, but I never figured out why. When I saw these commercials on TV, I was completely blown away and suckered in by the bait and switch. About 80% of the commercial is basically just a rotoscoped athlete, the cover star from the game of choice. And then they show a brief glimpse of gameplay. It's not the most honest thing, but darn if it isn't actually pretty effective.
EA Sports presents Cyber Lindros. If it's in the game, it's in the game. NHL 99. EA Sports, it's in the game.
EA Sports presents Cyberberry. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Map NFL 99. EA Sports, it's in the game.
EA made one of these for each game, or each sports game that they had that year. Including, I think, one with Dale Earnhardt for a NASCAR 99. But not 100% certain. Number 6, moving on, is Mario Party. Is Mario Party this fun? Probably not. But for some reason, this commercial looked really cool as a kid, and I always wished I could do something like this. Maybe it was because there were no parental authority figures there. That's probably it.
Yeah. We're getting calls about a wild party over here. Know anything about it? I didn't think so. Which one of you jokers goes by the name Mario?
It's me!
Could you step outside, please?
Welcome to Mario Party, where you and 3 friends battle it out all night long. With 6 adventure boards and 50 mini-games, this party's just getting going. Mario Party, only on Nintendo 64.
But it's me, Mario!
Yeah, tell it to the judge.
Get in or get out.
Yeah, Mario Party wasn't actually that fun, but whatever. Moving on, number 5. Sega had really awesome ads for 2 console generations, with the Saturn in the middle in the US. There's a party in your Dreamcast, and everyone's invited.
This is the day you have trained for, the day you have studied for. Utilize your superior skills, your superior intelligence.
Sit down, rodent!
Oh dear.
Sarah, baby!
Oh, you were one.
Don't make me hurt you. Learn to defeat your ruthless enemy, Steve of Hackensack.
Brian, you're gonna get roofed.
Shut up, quadruped.
Sega
I actually deleted the first commercial that I had in there because I realized it's kind of in poor taste now. But still, those are really awesome commercials. And they had a bunch of them for like pretty much every game with cameos from other guys. Tails was in a bunch of them. It's weird. Moving on, number 4. Now, well, this ad's wrong. The kid's playing Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic & Knuckles, while the music is from Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2. And like every actor playing video games, he's just randomly pressing buttons. It's still hilarious. And full disclosure, my name is Sean. So, there is that.
Sean! Sean! Lunch!
Food.
Sonic the Hedgehog pasta, new from Franco-American. What are you playing for lunch?
2 things afterwards. 1, I would still buy Sonic the Hedgehog SpaghettiOs if they still existed. 2, I don't think the Sega Genesis ever had a SpaghettiOs attachment. Though I wouldn't put it past Sega. Moving on. Still with Sega, though. Number 3. Is this a weird commercial? Yes. Is this another combative Sega ad? Also yes. Sega had a few Game Gear ads in the States which touted that it has a color palette over the Game Boy's mushroom soup color or cream spinach color or some whatever disgusting food they could think of. They obviously weren't effective because, you know, the Game Gear failed in the US compared to the Game Boy. But it's always funny seeing someone hit himself in the head with a dead squirrel and somehow getting stoned off of that.
Whoa. Color.
Hey, there's an easier way to get color. Get a Game Gear, the full color portable with over 150 games, like the new Echo, Mortal 2, and Sonic Triple Trouble.
He hit himself with a squirrel. That's still funny. Number 2, I'm gonna make a full disclosure here. I never saw this ad until well after it aired, given that I was born 5 years after it came out. But still freaky as all get out. Why did Nintendo think that this would get people to buy Zelda? Or to play Zelda? It makes that infamous Zelda rap commercial, which is not in this top 10, seem totally normal in comparison.
Watch Zelda become a legend on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda! After rocks!
Which way to
Go! Good times! Pee hands! Levers! Zelda! Zelda! Zelda!
The Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda!
Seriously though, what's with that? Well, it does at the very least get right the fact that you're looking for Zelda and not playing as Zelda. Still, looks like the inside of an insane asylum. Not even joking. Okay, now for the best and most noteworthy commercial ever. This is probably one of the best commercials made. It's just so cool. Makes the Oculus Rift look like a virtual boy. Even if it might be some sort of drug. I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, the number 1 commercial is the launch PlayStation 2 commercial for the PlayStation 9, or the PS9 as it's called. It's just an amazing commercial.
New for 2078. PlayStation 9's new electronic spores tap straight into your adrenal gland. PS9 has improved retinal scanning. A mind control system. Holographic movie surround vision. And telepathic personal music. The ultimate just got better. PlayStation 9. Teleport yours today.